Hey, welcome everybody to Tribal Trades from wherever you are from around the world. Welcome to the channel. I'm super excited. The money printer method is live. Part 1 is available to watch, as is part 2. Part 3 and 4 are dropping tomorrow. So I'm super excited. So please make sure you check that out and some comments, ask some questions, hit the like button. And of course, hit the like button on this video as well. That helps get this content out here. And if you haven't already subscribed, please smash the subscribe button if you'd love to join our growing community. Activate the bell notification. So the dip keeps dipping. What's next? That's a great question. In yesterday's video, we talked about how Bitcoin was sitting at around the 69. If we lost the 69K, then there was liquidity down at 66K, and the longs would be liquidated. And that's exactly what just happened this morning. And Bitcoin did pump originally up above 70K, and some shorts were liquidated. There are a lot more shorts at about 73K, around the all-time high. So that's an area of interest. But right now, the more immediate area of interest is the 66K area that we're currently at right now. Now, I mentioned in yesterday's video that down at around 64K is a fair value gap. So it's quite possible that we go down to there. So let's just have a quick look at the charts here and see what we've got going. So I do still hold to this wedge being a bullish wedge, and that we do break out of this wedge. I still give it a 70% chance that we do break the upside, 30% chance to the downside. And we can see the areas of interest on the Fibonacci's here. We have where we've come down, and this here at the 618 here at the 64K area just happens to be where the fair value gap is as well. So that's a very, very keen area of interest there. I think if we would lose that, then we could come back and revisit the bottom of this range, this wedge here, which is at about, let's just bring that in a little bit tighter so we can see, which is at about $59,000, $60,000. And we do have some Lux Algo order block here at around this area, just coincidentally running up from about 60 to about 62,000. So that's an area of interest. Of course, the 50-day moving average is sitting just above it. Actually, let's just move this over away from our volume profile so we can see that. So the 50-day moving average is sitting just on top of that. So that is some crucial support there. But yeah, so I could definitely see that we could come and revisit there. Look, we've seen it as support here. It was support here. Now, look, you might say, well, why have I drawn the wedge like that? And wedges, or these trend lines, are always subjective. But you can see there was some clear resistance here. And when we broke through that, look what happened. We absolutely went parabolic. So it made sense for me to keep this line as it was and just see this as a deviation outside of this trend line here, outside of this wedge, just as a deviation here. And you can see that we have some order block here, resistance, and then we've got here. So I would expect us to continue to go into here, and at some point we're going to break out. At some point we're going to break out. Where along are we going to break out? I'm not sure. We have the CPI data tomorrow. If that comes out higher than expected, then I would expect that Bitcoin could then drop. If it doesn't happen already, we could come down and visit here, and we could do what we did here and wick outside and come into this area here. Of course, if we break outside of this wedge, outside of this trend line here, and we go underneath and retest it and have multiple closes under here, then I will certainly update the community of what I think may be the next move. That would be a fairly bearish scenario, and I think alts could take a fair bit of a hammering. Okay, now obviously if the CPI data comes in as flat or a little bit cooler than expected, I would think the market would react favorably to that, and I could see us coming back in through here and retesting the top of the range here, and then possibly, obviously, at some point pushing on as we go up. Of course, we've got, if we stay in this wedge through July, we're going to have June CPI numbers at some point as well. So just stay, depends how long we stay in this range, but I see this as good accumulation. I also see if we drop lower that it could also be some decent accumulation as well for Bitcoin as well as alts. And so I also wanted to give an update as well regarding that is that my cheat sheet is available. If you haven't seen my cheat sheet series, there are 5 or 6 videos where I outline my top 23 coins. I am going to be providing an update later today, in a video later today, probably this afternoon or early evening before the CPI data comes out. I want to get that out because I want to look at whether or not, if the CPI data does come in cooler, then we could take off and we may not come back. And so this could be an opportunity to collect and make some buys. And also, as you know, my trading strategy is all about scaling in and scaling out. And so I have multiple entries. So even if we did drop, there should be some other buy orders. Capital, in my opinion, should always be split up. So where you're not just going in with one whole bunch of money at one level, but you can split those up. So that's how I trade, and I cover all of that in my life-changing gains series. I have a whole series on that as well. So I've got the money printing method, which is part of the life-changing gains series, but I've kind of made it its own thing. You've got the life-changing gains series where I teach you all of my trading strategies. And then, of course, we've got my crypto cheat sheets, which I have all of my buys and sells. I've got all the entries there for all the coins, and also some take profits, which as well as a potential top of the market cycle. I want to share one last thing with you, and it's about this. I was reading this morning that since the FTX collapse, only 8 coins have broken their previous all-time high against the Bitcoin pair. Now, of course, there's been a lot more that have broken their previous all-time high against the US dollar pair, but against the Bitcoin, there's only been 8. So I think there is still a lot of room to run for altcoins. However, with so many tokens being launched at such a rapid pace, and the market feels and is over diluted, there are so many more coins than last time. I don't even know. I feel like the last stat, excuse me, that I read was about there was like 5 times the amount of coins already in this bull run than there was in the last bull cycle. And so what you have therefore is you'll have a market that can generally underperform current so far. There are some narratives, unless you're in some narratives. And I look at this like there's trader A and trader B. It's almost like the metaverse, right? There's the metaverse. The trader A, if trader A got into like Solana and got into meme coins and got into some real world assets, the market's probably been fairly hot for you. But if you're a trader and you've kind of been stuck in last cycle's coins, coins that might have vastly underperformed, like XRP and Cardano and a few of the others. Sorry if you're fans of these coins. I know I might be touching some nerves here, but I was able to sell my bag of XRP at 65 cents. And I did so after a little bit of wisdom from Stocks with Josh. Big shout out to Stocks with Josh and all the Stocks with Josh community. What an amazing, encouraging, supportive community. So grateful to you all. I can't wait for the Discord launch, which is going to be, I believe, on or around June 15th. I'm going to be in that Discord providing lots of education and just connection. So I can't wait to be in there and be part of that Stocks with Josh Discord community coming soon. Okay. And so I was able to get rid of those XRP tokens at 65 cents, and now I could buy them back lower. But in the meantime, and I did sell them months and months and months and months ago, but I went into other coins like the Ton coin and Casper and Sui and Say and Tia and Pendle, and they all ran up quite a lot. And I was able to 3 and 5 and in some cases 10x because I spread my XRP money, because XRP was a top 5 token for me, top 10 token. Maybe not top 5, but it was in my top 10. It's not in my top 10. It's not even my top 23. It's just a not coin for me. Now, look, I'll change my view on XRP if some things change, but I just don't like the tokenomics. The tokenomics are that there are 100 billion XRP tokens in supply. 45 of those are circulating, 45 billion. 55 billion of those tokens are locked. And whopping 1 billion per month, the next 55 months, is being released onto the market. All that sell pressure. And if you're buying XRP, I'm sorry, you're probably being used as exit liquidity. You probably used to cash in, and the price is just suppressed. Now, look, if something changes and there's some kind of massive burn or XRP deals with the SEC and there's some kind of pump, and I think XRP is going to go on a run. I could see it doing a good 3 to 5x. I don't see it getting above its previous market all-time high. But this is the point that I'm making. I'm going to end on this, that Trader B has probably barely made any money, because stuck in coins, maybe VeChain and other coins that haven't performed as good or as well. And if you bought it in the last cycle, it's quite possible that you are still in loss. I mean, the people who bought XRP in the 2018 bear market, you're still in loss and you know it. And so I think for me, the best thing that I did was cut the losers and identify the winners, identify the losers, cut the losers, and roll in. I took a small loss on XRP, okay? And I rolled that money into other coins. I didn't just take the loss and, oh, now I've got less money. No, I rolled it. I used that money to buy better projects at a better time. Now, there will come a moment where XRP will have a run. I will update on here if I'm getting in or getting in on the trade. I probably won't hold it again. I probably won't accumulate it again, but I'll probably trade it using my money printer method. So check those videos out. But I just wanted to update you because I just think there's a dilution with an oversupply of coins that is being added to the market daily. And I just think it's crucial to be in the right coins and the right narratives. That's why I put together my cheat sheet, which I hope, and I'm going to update my crypto cheat sheet. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. So I just wanted to give you a quick market update. The dip keeps dipping. What's next? We've got the CPI next, 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, happy trading.